His jaws uplifting from their fell repast, that sinner whipped them on the hair's head, which you behind had mangled, then began, I will obeying, I call up a fresh sorrow past cure, which but to think of wrings my heart, or ere I tell on't. But if words, that I may utter, shall prove seed to bear fruit of eternal infamy to him, the traitor whom I know it, thou at once shalt see me speak and weep. Who thou mayst be I know not, nor how here below art come, but Florentine thou seemest of a truth, when I do hear thee. No, I was on earth Count Ugolino, and Archbishop he Ruggieri. Why I neighbor him so close, now list. That through effect of his ill thoughts in him my trust reposing, I was ta'en and after murdered, need is not I tell. What therefore thou canst not have heard, that is, how cruel was the murder, shalt thou hear, and know if he have wronged me. A small grate within that mew, which for my sake the name of famine bears, where others yet must pine, already through its opening several moons had shown me, when I slept the evil sleep, that from the future tore the curtain off. This one, methought, as master of the sport, rode forth to chase the gaunt wolf and his whelps unto the mountain, which forbids the sight of Lucca to the Pisan. With lean Brox inquisitive and keen, before him ranged Lanfranchi with Sismondi and Gualandi. After short course the father and the son seemed tiered and lagging, and methought I saw the sharp tusks gore their sides. When I awoke before the dawn, amid their sleep I heard my sons, for they were with me, weep and ask for bread. Right cruel art thou, if no pang thou feel at thinking what my heart foretold, and if not now, why use thy tears to flow? Now had they wakened, and the hour drew near when they were wont to bring us food, the mind of each misgave him through his dream, and I heard, at its outlet underneath locked up the horrible tower, whence uttering not a word I looked upon the visage of my sons. I wept not, so all stone I felt within. They wept, and one, my little Anselm, cried, Thou lookest so. Father, what ails thee? Yet I shed no tear, nor answered all that day nor the next night, until another son came out upon the world. When a faint beam had to our doleful prison made its way, and in 4 countenances I descried the image of my own, on either hand through agony I bit, and they who thought I did it through desire of feeding, rose sudden, and cried, Father, we should grieve far less, if thou wouldst eat of us, thou gav'st these weeds of miserable flesh we wear. And do thou strip them off from us again. Then, not to make them sadder, I kept down my spirit in stillness. That day and the next we all were silent. Ah, obdurate earth! Why opened Dst not upon us? When we came to the 4th day, then Ghetto at my feet outstretched did fling him, crying, Hast no help for me, my father? There he died, and e'en plainly as thou sayest me, saw I the 3 fall one by one twixt the 5th day and 6th. Whence I betook me now grown blind to grope over them all, and for 3 days aloud called on them who were dead. Then fasting got the mastery of grief. Thus having spoke, once more upon the wretched skull his teeth he fastened, like a mastiff's gainst the bone firm and unyielding. O thou Pisa! Shame of all the people, who their dwelling make in that fair region, where Italian voices heard, since that thy neighbors are so slack to punish, from their deep foundations rise Caprea and Gorgona, and dam up the mouth of Arno, that each soul in thee may perish in the waters. What if fame reported that thy castles were betrayed by Ugolino, yet no right hadst thou to stretch his children on the rack? For them, Brigada, Ugaxione, and the pair of gentle ones, of whom my song hath told, their tender years, thou modern Thebes, did make uncapable of guilt. Onward we passed, where others scarfed in rugged folds of ice not on their feet were turned, but each revered. Their very weeping suffers not to weep, for at their eyes grief seeking passage finds impediment, and rolling inward turns for increase of sharp anguish, the first tears hang clustered, and like crystal visors show, under the socket brimming all the cup. Now though the cold had from my face dislodged each feeling, as tea were callous, yet meseemed some breath of wind I felt. Whence cometh this, said I, my master? Is not here below all vapor quenched? Thou shalt be speedily, he answered, where thine eye shall tell thee whence the cause descrying of this airy shower. Then cried out one in the chill crust who mourned, O souls so cruel! That the farthest post hath been assigned you, from this face remove the hardened veil, that I may vent the grief impregnated my heart, some little space ere it congeal again. I thus replied, Say who thou wast, if thou wouldst have mine aid, and if I extricate thee not, far down as to the lowest ice may I descend. The Friar Alberigo, answered he, am I, who from the evil garden plucked its fruitage, and am here repaid, the date more luscious for my figure. Ha! I exclaimed, art thou too dead? How in the world aloft it fareth with my body, answered he, I am right ignorant. Such privilege hath Ptolomea, that oft times the soul drops hither, ere by Atropos divorked. And that thou mayst wipe out more willingly the glazed teardrops that o'erlay mine eyes, know that the soul, that moment she betrays, as I did, yields her body to a fiend who after moves and governs it at will, till all its time be rounded, headlong she falls to this cistern. And perchance above doth yet appear the body of a ghost, who here behind me winters. Him thou knowst, if thou but newly art arrived below. The years are many that have passed away, since to this fastness Brancadoria came. Now, answered I, methinks thou mockest me, for Brancadoria never yet hath died, but doth all natural functions of a man, eats, drinks, and sleeps, and putteth raiment on. He thus, not yet unto that upper fosse by evil talons guarded, where the pitch tenacious boils, had Michael Zanch reached, when this one left a demon in his stead in his own body, and of one his kin, who with him treachery wrought. But now put forth thy hand, and ope mine eyes. I opt them not. Ill manners were best courtesy to him. Ah, Genoese! Men perverse in every way, with every foulness stained, why from the earth are ye not cancelled? Such an one of yours I with Romagna's darkest spirit found, as for his doings even now in soul is in Cocytus plunged, and yet doth seem in body still alive upon the earth.